Hello, welcome to the next edition of porting a deck over from Standard. Today, we're finally going to be doing it, which is a deck type that I don't normally ever play on the channel or in general, but that is Control. Control has been on the rise in Standard, put up some meaningful results as of late, so that means we are going to be playing Control today. See how it does in Pioneer. It's definitely a deck that's been falling out of favor in Pioneer, but that's okay. So that's what we're trying out today. See if this deck has what it takes to compete in the current Pioneer meta. Hopefully this video is not epically long, because controller decks typically are a very slow deck. And let's get into the gameplay after talking about the deck and discussing. So our deck, we have this list that I found has 4 No More Lies, 2 Memory Deluges, 2 Narsats, a couple Deduces, a couple 3 Steps Ahead, a couple Change the Equations, a couple 4 Marches, 2 Get Lost, 1 Farewell plus 2 Sunfalls plus 2 Verdicts plus 3 Lockdowns, 3 Emperors, 1 Veto, a couple of Teferis at the bottom. Now, we have some Sunken Citadels with our Field of Ruins, so it's kind of interesting. Sideboard, we have some Smites in case you face aggro, red base decks. Change the Equation so we can substitute out the No More Lies or 3 Steps Ahead, because we want to lower our counter spells. Dovin's Veto for combo and control. Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate for Phoenix. Knockout Blow for more removal against aggro. Like I said, we're mostly be cutting our counters. A couple bases for more threats against aggro. And a Deluge in case we need some stuff more against combo and control and mid-range. So that is our deck. Looks like we're overly ready for aggro. So let's see if it has what it takes to compete in Pioneer. Courtyard. So this is probably the white. Interesting. Play a tap land. Go. I was going to say, it looks like it would be something like Lumra, but probably is, because it means Omnath does require white. Then on blue, say go. So if we play this next turn, we need more lands. And we need more ways of digging. So raising a mid-range deck. Lockdown seems like a card we're definitely going to be cutting. Post board. Up the Beanstalk. Get rid of it. Play an Narsat.
I train every day. No one can hone your prowess.
Deduce. Go ahead. Kind of wanted that land though. Nisa. So he has 2 mana. Probably gets a Omnath in hand. Prison Reef. Interesting. A binding for the Narsat.
You are a mighty warrior. I concede.
Alright, we'll deduce. That sucks. Alright, I guess we're not drawing lands. Risen Reef. At least there's no on that. That's kind of nice. Alright, add some mana. There's the on that. Emrakul. Spicy. What do we take? Okay, we're taking 5. Okay. Down to 15. Please land. Alright, drew land. Get rid of Nisa. There you go. At this point, I just kind of want to just keep making him put more to the board. And because he's going to get to the point where he's not going to want to commit more. Because of sweepers. And we don't have any counter spells. If we top deck a land, I might just Sunfall here. You could play... You can't really... Yeah, you can't really... Okay, so you're just going to play Nisa? Please give me a land untapped. I beg of you. Oh. Just the aftermath. We take one. You didn't want to crack the map. Thank you. Put on a white. Place on fall. Go ahead. So now we get to play probably Hold Up Wandering Emperor. Another Nisa. Another Courtyard. There is an argument here that maybe I should play Sunfall or Farewell. If I draw a land, just to eat up the yard. He gets a deck that really cares about lands in his graveyard. You can get rid of the enchantment, get back Narset. Okay. You have 2 mana left over. Just use your maps. Go ahead and crack Clue. Thank you. Then on blue. Does that go? Kind of stinks. That tells me he has a binding, right? Because he leaves up 2 mana. He has to. There's an Omnath. Draws another card. I think I need to go for Farewell this turn. And get rid of this. I don't think there's a world where I want to get rid of my tokens. Now, I think if he does go for attack, I'm going to be using the Emperor. I don't really want to make tokens. Analyst. Pops it. Alright, so we take 4. Bunch of nothing happens. I mean, because Omnath is fully finished. He has 3 mana left over. I'm trying to think how I want to play this turn. And I'm curious how he's going to play his turn right now. Then again, he probably has all the basics out of his deck at this point. So I think I'm an Emperor probably plus. That way next turn I get Farewell minus. Make it 2/2. He has tons of mana though. He definitely can World Soul's Rage. It's 8. Okay. Now what? So that's 3, 6, 9. Do you have Rage? You win. Even though he doesn't know that I don't have a counter. Yeah, go for that. That's good. A second Omnath. So, how many more Omnaths do you have left? 1? So you got 6, 8, left over. And it cracks the other map. That's good. There's the rage. Now he feels confident that he's going to be able to pass the turn, untap, rage me to death. Sadly, that's not how that's going to play out. Yeah. Take my beats. What do you have? Lumra? Okay, do I kill my clue? You have double green. What card does that deck play that's double green? Or just basically green based? Paw Patch Formation?
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. Strike fast and strike hard.
Alright. Not artifacts.
Those cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality. Put thoughtfulness before action.
No more lines of gas. Make it 2-2. Go.
Keep watch for intruders.
Is that still lethal? 4. Okay, yeah, I was so low in life, yeah. I guess I had a minus. Arena. I guess rest in peace. Predominantly looks like it's not non-creatures. I go another deluge. No lockdowns. Seems to be about it. Danger equation isn't doing much. Veto, I just don't think it's better than anything else in my deck. So I run it like this. Tap land, go. I think I put this on blue. There's a tap land. Play rest in peace. Go. So no more land ramping for you. Unless somehow you have an enchantment removal. You could. Deduce. Find me land. Thank you. Go ahead. I just need to get to 4 when Deluge sets me up to 5. Crack the took. Yeah. Pay 2. Go. I have double counter spells up. Depending on what he does. Just passes. Alright, so we... Okay. I don't think I want to do it yet. I think I can miss a land drop here. Alright, I have to leave up, I think, a counter spell just in case. Cracks the courtyard. Alright. So 2 plus 1. I could get rid of my No More Lies to eat a Risen Reef, but it doesn't seem very good. Especially it's only 1 point of damage. Take it. Again, no more lands. Like I said, we could grind this. We are in it for the long haul. Take my beads. Deluge. Take double land. The fairy.
I know my response. Let's skip to the good part.
We untap 2 dual lands. And I guess pass. Get rid of a no more lies. Counter that. I'll let you get down to a Omnath. I think that's what he would want to have happen here. He's trying to bait me with up the Beanstalk to get an Omnath down. Otherwise, I don't see how that would have been worth it. He should have swapped him. Oh. That's worse than that. Yeah, I would have swapped them. I would have probably let that resolve. Up deck.
You know what? I'm not done.
There's no world, right, where I... You know what, we'll just pass. We have, I guess I could have casted a Get Lost for free. Okay, cracks it. Yeah, so maybe that's something I should think about. Yeah, going forward, I should probably should have Get Lost of sorcery speed, so I had the extra bonus. It's going at face. We'll just Get Lost the Risen Reef. You don't need the extra card advantage. Yeah, go ahead and crack it. Got a land out of it. So now I uptick here. I could Deluge at sorcery speed. And I untap 2, so basically I pay 2 for a Deluge. The only downside about Rest in Peace, I do lose out on my Deluges. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pay. We'll do something like that. Question here is...
Hurry.
So untap 2. Do I need to shock myself? Probably not. We'll untap. Say go. We have 4. So he has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I have to wait till his end step to kill it. So 1, 2, 3. I don't. You should be able. You can't play a Omnath without getting gods. So get rid of the Risen Reef. You have a counter? Otawara.
Hold that thought.
I think I Anchorage. That's probably a better use of my mana than trying to kill a Aftermath Analyst. I still get to untap the Anchorage, so... Probably has a Binding. No, if he had Binding, he would use it on a very long time ago. Right? Untap. Go. Now what are you gonna do? You kind of have to take out the Teferi. But I could block the point of damage. Or just take it out with a March. It's kind of the same amount of mana, isn't it? I'll take the 1. Aftermath Analyst. Number 2. So first things first, I think I get rid of the planes. Seems like the most logical choice. Take them off the color source.
Keep up the pace.
Untap. I don't think I need this No More Lies. It's just not very good. He has so much mana. Okay, kill an Aftermath. Take 1. Alright, there's Theater. That does not get a planes. That's not a big deal. Start eating up the mountains.
Let's skip to the good part.
Get rid of the other mountain. Let's do a deluge. By Narsa, I guess.
I know 88 ways to defeat you.
Go ahead. Alright, so I got 3 mana up. I gotta have basically a Dovin's Veto. I potentially can also march if I have to. I guess I'm going to 10. Yep, another Aftermath. There goes an Embercool. And a Theater. So you might get another mountain. No basics to find, huh? Scoops it up. Run it back. Alright, Theater. Let's see if we can't get this game closed out. Tap lane, go. That's probably only going to be a 2 match series. Just because how slow this deck is. It also doesn't help our opponent is equally as slow. So now white, go. Next turn we could probably play Anchorage. Because I don't have anything to do turn 3 besides another No More Lies. And then turn 4, set up for the Emperor. Take my beats. Play Anchorage, goo. Hideout. So this is very critical, what he's doing here. Because he's not able to activate the Analyst. So there is a very good reason to actually just crack the Emperor now. Prevent him from sacking it.
I am the
Go ahead.
I will protect my
I get it, that means we're tapped
So
down.
you go.
And he could have a Plains and cast an Omnath. And I called it. I called that. Alright, so I can't do anything with Farewell. I'm going to play a tap land. I want to uptick it. As I go. See if you
Remember
attack
your
my
training.
Emperor or not. So I have double No More Lies up. Cannot counter that. That resolves. Plus, I don't really care, because I'm probably going to Farewell. Analyst. Pace 3. To do it again? It doesn't have green mana, so it's fine. You attack my Emperor or face? Okay, Emperor is down.
Years of training for this.
So we exile Yards. Creatures. I'll just do it all. Why not do it all? Mystical Dispute. Okay. So, Sanitarium is probably my next card. He's gonna add a bunch of mana. Takes double green. He can't do that. If he did have another green source, he'd be able to do it. So he sacks that and gets his lands back. He's setting up next turn for a Virtue. A pretty good Virtue at that. Rest in Peace is not helpful. Alright, rest in peace, I guess. I'm taking 5. So this costs 10, 13. It still exiles the Yard. Alright, so that costs 13. 5, 8, 6, 8 plus 5, 13. Alright, that's kind of awkward. So cracks that. Gains a little more life. Adds more mana to his mana pool. So that means he probably has more than enough to pay for both No More Lives. I don't think this is actually a pretty... It's not... I don't think this is a very good matchup. Yeah. He definitely has enough to pay. Twice, and then probably third time. I mean, I got nothing. I mean, I don't have a choice. Let's go ahead and draw first. Interesting. Wrath. So that gets around any kind of mystical disputes. That's a little bit extra life. You're 41. Okay. Try to draw some more. No More Lies. That's so far out of the equation. I think I have to try to get rid of this Virtue. It could just be one more, but Keep the island in case I want to loot it away next turn. Cobra. I'm gonna crack it. Pick your poison's not very good. And a binding. Is that worth it? Especially since you're just gonna loot it away or shuffle it away. Watch you still find it. Come on. On a war is a card. Get rid of an island. Have 7 mana. Risen Reef. Question is, can I win from this position? I am at 5. Reset the counters on that. You definitely could recast it. Nisa. And then the Cobra. It's your last card. That's not what I want. I mean, no realize is worse than a land. I'm not exactly dead. But I'm pretty close. Go ahead. So I can anchorage and block the Cobra. And have take 4 to 1. Now, if you ever top decks his burn spell, then he just straight up wins. Yeah, so there it is. Okay. 0-1, let's get into the next. Set it on blue. Go. See what he plays first. Mountain. Hello. I don't think you're like my deck, though. Put that on white. Say go. So, can blue-white control beat the aggro deck? Manifold Mouse. Counter it. Opponent's like, what? I've seen your content before. This seems obscured. Put that on, wait. Go ahead. Take my beats. Plot. Sure. March is kind of interesting. I want to pop the din. Grab me an island. And ship the turn. I have a March up still. Yeah. Take my beats. A scalp. Yeah. Get lost. Pass the turn. So now I want to ride a deluge here, but I'm not required to. If I just could take 2, I'll take 2. At this point, I just need to find a land for the Sunfall. I think I take both lands. Of course, I find another land. Sunfall. Go ahead. Now, this will probably make him actually cast his plot creature and devote a little bit to the board. So that's what I kind of want to see. Hopefully he doesn't just KO me this turn, though. Please no KO. Turn inside out. And KO'd. We have Beza, Knockout Blow, might possibly change the equation. We have to cut 10 cards from our deck. So first things first, we should cut 3 steps ahead. Lockdown's fine. Narset is kind of sus. Farewell is kind of expensive. We'll probably won't get to that point of the game. No veto. Is it really just cut no more lies? Like, is that where we're at in this world? It could be an Emperor, but Emperor is kind of reasonable. It's not like amazing. I think it is no more lies. Pathway, go. So he plays a ley line. Alright, tap land, go. Plots. Field, go. Hero. Pop the ruins. So that's 2 less points of damage later. Take a blue source, I guess. Go ahead. So if he doesn't attack, I'll just Emperor. Let's get him to start. See if we can get him to use up some of the stuff. I have an Aganju just in case. All right, that he let it resolve. Cool. Put out Aurora. Pass. Herbras Forge. Get rid of the forge. Pass. The opponent has not hit me once. That's kind of sad. That probably means you lost this game. I mean, go ahead. I probably should just get down the Emperor and start making tutus. Camp, sure. I'll just start being aggressive here. Our objective now, I think, is to just close this game out before it gets too crazy, and he gets to draw something that could put the game in his favor. It'd be kind of humorous if he actually pumps before block. I think I just have to let this go, right? I guess that trade is just doing a lot of damage. That'd be another 3. That's 7 at my face. Is that worth it? You have more to put on top? Alright, so that basically means I'm taking 7 to the dome. And that's okay. And he gets 2 Manifest Red triggers. I think at this point we're going to be playing Beza. Getting 4 back. Go ahead. So if he attacks again, we could definitely Aganju, otherwise we could Deluge. Show off. Alright. Yeah, that happens. Monstrous Rage, that does not boost the toughness. So that works. All right. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I can't do nothing about that. Alright. That sucks. Like, I was thinking I could actually Aganju that away and then just should be fine, but nope. Alright, 0-2. Alright, so facing Rakdos is like... This hand's looking a lot worse. Alright, grinding match achieved. Tough Fairy should help us a little bit. Unstoppable Slasher. Play a tap lands I go. This hand is kind of weird. Alright. Thankfully he didn't have the combo. Sheldred. Ouch. I mean, I have to slow them down. Thoughtseize. Okay. I mean, my hand's redundant. Tons of sweepers. This is coming out, that's for sure. This deck is kind of weird how much actual hardcore removals in it instead of counters. Where I've been having a hard time drawing actual counter spells. Okay, Spring Verdict gone. Go ahead. See what he has left over. Bone Crusher.
This isn't a fight.
It's not ability too, right? Yeah.
Reverse.
Fable. Draw.
We need to move quickly.
Turn on the incubator. Go ahead. So we have a deluge. So we're gonna go down to 3 if he stomps my face. Okay, stomps there. Alright, now what? Oh, I'm gonna call your bluff. Have a... I have an Overlife up, so I think I'm okay. And I can still deluge. Those are all some bad cards. Super bad cards. That is interesting. Alright, up deck.
No time for a break.
Play a land. Played the deuce. Untap those. There you go. So that flips. Counter it. I'm not giving the information. I think I got this one.
Anyone who
Yeah,
harms my
scoops it
people
up.
must contend with me.
Alright, so cutting the lockdowns. I guess veto change the equation? Deluge actually is probably better than change the equation. Don't care, don't care, don't care for this, this. Base it, is that better than an actual change the equation? There's a possibility that might be. I mean, he probably plays Blood Tides Harvester. I mean, countering a Thoughtseize, I guess, is not like the worst possible thing. Opponent is done. Does not want to face control. I don't blame him. Being a mid-range deck. Let's get into the wrap-up. So what do we learn this week about this deck overall? We went 2-1, beating mid-range. There's definitely an argument I messed up against the aggro deck. Game 2. Right? Because maybe I should have not let that last trigger resolve and just ganja it right there. But I didn't really think he had a thud. So I was anticipating him trying to go for another pump, potentially. And I wanted to play around it, but they just have thud. So I think aggro is actually not like a terrible matchup. We just did not draw the right cards. But besides that, Lumra, I think, is a unfavorable matchup. We can't really attack what they're doing necessarily, except for rest in peace, but that's not really all that effective. It just kind of slows them down for a few turns while they mill themselves trying to set up a Lumra. Surprisingly enough, we never actually seen the Lumra. Maybe they're not playing it. I don't know. But overall, we did manage to push that to game 3, even though I think we're slightly favored. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about this list. Where do you think Control stacks up in Pioneer? Does this deck kind of go overboard when it comes to aggro removal? Because 4 knockout blows, 3 smites is kind of a lot. I do understand counterspells aren't really all that effective, but on top of that, like, it's kind of extreme. When you also realize we're playing 3 lockdowns in the main, 2 verdicts, 2 sunfalls, and a farewell. Like, what is this for? Especially since lockdown's not very good into the Rakdos mid-range matchup. So Narset is, though, which is why we're playing it. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Control in the current meta. Have at me for the punt against aggro. Like I said, I was hoping, my worry was I would go for it there, and in turn he would just play it like Infuriate or something like that, and put his toughness over it. But what are you gonna do? And until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys next time.